or what have I acquired recently that I think, God, how did I ever get by without this? So one of them, I'm not even going to put a little slide on this, is Dropbox. I've become completely dependent on Dropbox. I love Dropbox. Here's another one, Jambox. All right, that's a picture of my Jambox there. It is a little rectangle, what do you call a three-dimensional rectangle?
Box.
Three-dimensional rectangle. It's like a little box, but not square. And what this is, and you can tell, I put my it's not an advertisement for my watch. That $40, my $40 Timex just gives you a sense of scale there. And what I'm hoping to do there is just give you a sense of how small this thing is. It's a little box. It's basically a speaker. And through Bluetooth, you can connect it to your phone or connect it to anything that's Bluetooth connectable. So what I have used it for a lot are conference calls. It works extremely well for conference calls. It's very good for music. The sound is excellent, too. So I can take music, pump it from my phone, and play it on my Jambox. Very, very reasonably priced. Really, really good technology. Looks kind of groovy, too. Big fan of Jambox. You can get it here. And again, just to be clear, as if this weren't, I hope this is obvious, I got no commercial relationships with any of these folks. They haven't given me anything for free. They're not paying me to endorse anything. They're not paying me to endorse anything. They're not paying. Okay, I just got a note from one of my producers saying that the Jambox shape is the rectangular prism. So you want me to fire one of my producers. The Jambox is cool. You'll love it. And again, just as I was saying before, sorry, I got distracted there for a moment. These are, no, I'm not getting paid to endorse these things. I'm not getting any of this stuff for free. They should pay me, but they're not. All right, okay, here we go. Another must-have. My heart would break if Instapaper went away. It really would. Same with Dropbox. My heart would break if Dropbox went away, too. Instapaper. Here's what Instapaper is. It's totally easy. Let's say there's a long article on the web. I have a hard time reading things on the web that are longer than maybe 300 words. And so, particularly like if there's a long article in the New Yorker or Grantland or whatever, Sports Illustrated or Dwell or whatever, you can get this little widget essentially from Instapaper.com and just click a little thing that says read later. And what it will do is it will save the long article to your Instapaper account, which is free. And I end up reading it on my iPad. So in other words, what you can do is you can kind of offload long reads to your tablet, if that makes sense. I'm doing a really crappy job of explaining this. It's just awesome. Check it out, okay? It's a lot better than my explanation. And I use it every day. Next one. Okay, here we go. I have had a lot of headphones in my life. I've used the earbud headphones, various other kinds of things. And believe it or not, for some reason, I just discovered these literally a few weeks ago. Somebody gave them to me because I was participating in a webcast with him, and he wanted me to be prepared. And these are the best headphones I've ever had. I'm wearing them right now. I wish you could see me right now because I'm wearing my Everyman headphones. These are the best headphones I've ever had. They're far better than expensive headphones that I've had and expensive microphones and things that I've used. They're totally simple. And the other thing is you just plug them in and they totally work. So they're like $30. Everyman USB headset and microphone. I'm wearing it right now. I love it. I love it. I love it. Next one. What do we got? Okay. Here we go. I've talked about this before. I've blogged about this before. iDoneThis.com. This is an awesome service I've been using for more than a year. At the end of it, and it started out as a free service. At the end of every day, they send you an email. And you designate the time. At the end of every day, they send you an email. And the email asks you, what did you get done today? And then you respond to the email. Here's what I got. I ran 4 miles. I wrote 200 words. I answered 68 emails. I danced Gangnam Style for 10 minutes. And you write this little email, and then it will compile everything that you've done into a calendar. and keep that calendar for you. So you can go back, say, last month. What did I do on July 14th? You can go look it up. The other thing that it'll do, which is awesome, is that when it sends you the email at the end of every day, it says what you get done today, and then it says, yesterday, here's what you got done. 3 months ago, here's what you got done. 6 months ago, here's what you got done. As many of you know, I'm an enormous fan of the work of Teresa Amabile, who wrote the book The Progress Principle, which says that the single biggest motivator day to day at work is making progress. And this gives you a way to make progress. Now, here's the thing. done this, whom I love, changed their business model. Their previous business model was to give everything away for free. And I think the thinking was they would lose money on every transaction and then make it up in volume. Pets.com has told us that doesn't work very well. So what they've done now is they've tried to sell it to companies, organizations, and they're essentially selling seats. So I don't know about that because I'm not endorsing that. What I do want to do, though, is if you go deep into the site, you can sign up for the free individual service, which I did as an early adopter because that's how it always was. But you can still get that free individual account, and I'm going to give you the URL. It's hard to find. So go into iDoneThis.com/account/register/personal, and that will give you for free that individual iDoneThis account. Let me give you that URL again. iDoneThis.com /account/register/personal. All right? Finally, my last tool, and we're going to take maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes of questions. My other tool, which I did a video about, which I love, is what I call Big Ass Stickies. These are giant poster-sized Post-it note-ish things. You write on them, you peel it off, and stick it to the wall. I used to be a whiteboard guy, but I'm sold on big-ass stickies. They're less environmentally sound, perhaps, than whiteboards, but I don't know what happens in the manufacturing of whiteboards, so there could be all kinds of environmental hazards in making whiteboards and all the erasable ink. So if they're the same environmentally as whiteboards, I go for big-ass stickies, big time. I got a bunch of these things. If you look at my office, in fact, let's go back here. I can even verify this now that I think about it. Take a look at, if you go back all the way here to that photograph of the jam box, you can actually see that big-ass sticky doing its big-ass sticky thing on my office wall. So we like big-ass stickies around here. In fact, actually, I can verify some other things, too, now that I think about it. Look, you can see in this image of the Everyman headphones, if you go to the left-hand side toward the top, you can actually see the jam box peeking its head right over there on the left-hand side. This is exciting, folks. Happy New Year. And if you're really interested, you can see on the right-hand side, you can see my stuffed Charles Darwin doll along with my Washington Nationals baseball helmet pencil holder. Yep, I'm an exciting guy. So big-ass stickies. Please do not Google the term big-ass stickies, especially if you have children, please. Instead, Google this term, restickable tabletop easel pad, and you'll find them. They're pretty cheap, so I encourage you to get them. So that's it for my 45-minute formal presentation. Now, I hope that you've been asking questions. I'm going to toggle over here to, you know what, I don't want that to be the last thing that you